Now we turn our attention from equations and expressions in general to just those equations and expressions that are linear. What does it mean to have an expression that is linear? In a linear expression, variables might be added together or multiplied by constants, that is, just numbers. What are we not allowed to have in a linear expression? No powers of variables, other than the first power, of course, which is just the variable itself. No roots of variables, so the square root of x is out. No variables in denominators, so no 3 over x. And finally, so x minus 3 and x plus 5 are both linear, but if I multiply those together, their product, x plus 3 times x minus 5, that's not linear. So some examples of linear expressions: 2x minus 4, notice x is multiplied by a constant and then added to another constant, negative 4. X plus y, notice these variables are added together, that's fine. 3x minus a half, again, x is multiplied by a constant and then added to a constant. X over 2 is okay. Notice that x over 2 just means 1/2 times x. Some examples of expressions that are not linear: xy, that's two variables multiplied together. The square root of x, remember we said we can't have square roots of variables. 3 over x, we said we can't have variables in the denominator. And x squared minus 1. That's really the variables multiplied together in disguise. It's just they're both x. So again, we have a power of x that is not 1. Now, for this unit, we're going to be especially interested in linear expressions in one variable. A linear expression in one variable is just exactly what it sounds like. A linear expression in one variable is any linear expression containing one variable. Multiple occurrences of the same variable is okay. So for example, 5x plus 1 would be a linear expression in one variable. 2x plus 3x, still a linear expression in one variable. Notice these are the same variable, but not something like x plus y. This has two different variables in it, x and y. Now there's a nice fact about linear expressions in one variable and what happens when we simplify them. Any linear expression in one variable, when fully simplified, just looks like this. It's a number times the variable plus another number, right? And I'm going to refer to that as ax plus b. But remember, a and b will be real numbers, and x can be another variable name. That's okay. Okay, what does it mean to have a linear equation then? A linear equation is one in which one side is a linear expression and the other is either linear or a constant. So for example, 2x equals 5, x over 7 equals 2. Remember that x over 7 really means 1/7 times x. 4x plus 3 equals x minus 7. Notice in this case, both sides are linear. But not, for example, 2 plus 3 equals 5, since there's no variable, and also not, for example, x squared equals 9, since x squared is not linear. So the techniques that we'll be describing in this section are specifically techniques for solving a linear equation in one variable.